My child, stop now. There are minutes left in this holy window, and heaven is speaking directly to your heart. This is not coincidence. This is my voice, the voice of the one who has walked beside you since your first breath. I speak now because your spirit has finally reached the place where it can hold what I am giving you. Listen, beloved. As a mother holds her child close, as a sister whispers truth in the dark, I draw near to you today with urgency. What I am placing in your hands cannot wait. It carries the weight of eternity, prepared for you long before you were born. You have not walked a single step unseen. Every tear was counted. Every hidden cry was heard. Every silent ache in your chest was written in my book. So listen, truly listen with your whole heart. In these next few moments, I am unlocking what once felt impossible. What has been trapped inside you will begin to move. The closed doors you feared would never open will open. I saw the nights you searched for signs. I saw the tears you cried quietly so no one would worry about you. And here is your confirmation, spoken with divine authority. I am with you. I have never left you. And I have prepared something beautiful for your life. You were not forgotten. You were not overlooked. Your prayers did not fall into emptiness. They reached me, and they were answered. Your waiting had direction. Your silence had purpose. While you saw nothing happening, I was aligning everything for your destiny. This right now is your awakening, your realignment, your divine moment. Breathe, my child. Feel my presence wrap around you like the arms of someone who loves you more deeply than words. Every beat of your heart is proof that my promise for you is still alive. I held you when you broke. I lifted you when your strength collapsed. I saw the quiet faith you showed when no one else saw your struggle. Nothing was wasted. What felt like an ending was the preparation for a greater beginning. What looked like loss was making room for abundance. Where you suffered, I planted seeds. Where you heard silence, I was fulfilling my promise. And now it rises. My child, listen with your whole heart, for these next moments carry heavenly urgency. The seeds planted in you long ago are beginning to rise today. You will feel a holy restlessness, a new strength awakening inside you. Something your mother, your sister, your loved one once prayed you would one day carry. What once felt scattered will begin to fall perfectly into place. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing. Do not fear your memories. They are not chains, they are keys. They carry purpose, wisdom, and a love that never died, only transformed. There is an invisible legacy wrapped around your life. One carried by someone who loved you so deeply that even heaven received their love as an offering. And now, in these very minutes, I return that legacy to you, renewed, rebuilt, resurrected. What was dormant will begin to move. What felt silent will begin to speak. Doors will open because destiny is calling your name today. Let your heart heal. Let hope rise again. Release the guilt you were never meant to carry. Let go of the unsaid words. I have heard them all. Open your hands. Open your eyes. Open your life to what I am pouring into you now. When you listen to my voice, heaven begins to work. When you believe, angels move on your behalf. When you surrender, I act in ways far beyond what you can imagine. Breathe deeply. This is the beginning of something extraordinary. Now listen, beloved, for I am revealing a secret woven into your own story. There was someone in your life, a mother, a protector, a soul who loved you with fierce tenderness. Their legacy did not end when their breath stopped. Their love did not decay in the ground. Their presence did not disappear with time. They left behind a living inheritance, spiritual seeds I kept at my altar, seeds of love, wisdom, protection, and prayers whispered with trembling hands and a burning heart. Every act of love they gave you, every small word of advice, every prayer they lifted when no one saw, I recorded them, I gathered them, I held them. They placed your name into my hands. They asked me to protect you. They asked me to guide you. They asked me to give you a future overflowing with life. No prayer was wasted. No tear disappeared. I kept every one, waiting for the perfect hour. And that hour is now. The gifts rising in you, the courage you never had before, the sudden clarity, the intuition that steers you away from danger. These are not random. These are the fruits of the legacy living through you. This is not accident. This is not coincidence. This is continuity. Love transformed into purpose. Think back to the last conversation, the last look, the final silent hug. They did not leave you empty. Their love is breathing inside you today. My child, listen with holy urgency, for these minutes carry revelation. That last goodbye, the one that still lives in your chest, was never just a farewell. Every gesture was a prophecy. Every word was a sealed promise. Every look carried a seed meant for this very day. Do not diminish your memories. Within them I hid signs, direction, and sacred whispers that are now leading your steps. When I speak of legacy, I speak of a voice that never died, a love that changed form but never disappeared. You are not alone. The bond created by true love, from a mother, a sister, a protector, a soul who carried you in their heart, was not broken by death. It became spirit. It became strength. It became destiny. The one who loved you walks with you even now, alive in the seeds that are blooming inside you. For I am the God who turns memories into legacies, tears into promises, and absence into destiny. Hear me, nothing was lost. Nothing was in vain. Everything that seemed to fade was simply waiting for the right hour to rise. And that hour is today. Receive this into your spirit. The marks you carry are more than scars. They are signs of continuity. You are the answer to prayers whispered long ago. You are the harvest of intercession. Tears watered the soil beneath your feet so you could stand where you stand now. The legacy did not end with their departure. It continues in you. It lives in you. It breathes through you. Hold this truth tightly. What began in love now awakens in you as a mission. Beloved child, understand clearly what I am activating within you now. That simple memory is no longer a memory. It is a living force moving through your heart. What was sown with trembling hands and watered with tears has matured. The inheritance is no longer buried. It has broken through the soil and reached toward my light. I breathe life into you so you may see. This legacy is not a story you cherish. It is a path you are meant to walk. The wisdom that rises in you at the perfect moment. The courage that appears when everything tells you to break. The inner voice that leads you away from danger. These are not accidents. This is my mantle upon you, covering you, identifying you, and pushing you forward. Receive it as both responsibility and privilege. Nothing was lost. The farewell that shattered your heart did not end your story. It changed the way the story continues. The love you received through their human hands, I gathered in heaven and now return to you as spiritual provision. Time did not erase the truth. Time polished it so it could shine right now. And now, child, I lift you as the living continuation of what began in love. You will see signs of this transfer. The right words will rise in you when someone is breaking. Your compassion will pierce beyond appearances and bring healing without harming. What they prayed you would become, what they hoped you would carry, what they placed in my hands with trembling faith, is awakening in you today. My child, pause now, these minutes matter. What I am speaking carries the weight of heaven. Discernment is rising in you. You will hear truth even when the world is loud. You will know what is urgent and what is important, and you will choose the path of purpose over the path of shortcuts. Doors that stayed closed for years will begin to open as though an invisible hand has turned the key from the inside. That key is the legacy working on your behalf. Do not underestimate what I am placing in your hands. A small act of obedience can shift the course of your entire destiny. A simple call, a quiet visit, a forgiveness given while your heart is still aching. These small choices release great forces. The inheritance I place in your spirit is not meant to remain small. It is meant to multiply. A tiny seed becomes a harvest. A whisper becomes a river. A single act of faith becomes a doorway to miracles. Make room for silence that aligns you, for prayer that roots you, for words that sharpen you, for service that matures you. I will give your life a holy rhythm so you are not swallowed by the rush of the world. You will learn to say no to what drains you and yes to what strengthens your mission. Your body is a temple. Your mind is a garden. Your inheritance needs healthy soil, so tend to yourself with intention. If doubt whispers that you're not capable, remember how many times I lifted you from places you thought would break you. If comparison tries to steal your worth, remember this truth. I did not create you to follow someone else's path. I created you to walk in your own anointing. Break the old labels. Release the silent promises you made under guilt. I did not clothe you with a mantle to hide. I clothed you to shine. What you lacked in strength, my grace filled. What you lacked in direction, my counsel now provides. I guard the promise I placed in you so fear cannot steal it, haste cannot distort it, and exhaustion cannot bury it. With every step, I sift your motives. I realign your heart. The gift in you is meant to serve, not to shine for applause. The legacy you carry holds the weight of glory, and where there is glory, there must be humility. Learn to celebrate without pride. Move forward without rushing. Rest without quitting. This is how the mantle remains light upon your shoulders. Now, my child, I ask for an act of faith. Seal what you have received. Acknowledge this message in your heart. Touch it with your hands as a sign that you are receiving it into your spirit. This is not about doing a favor. This is a prophetic act, a declaration that you choose alignment, protection, and divine timing. When you move in faith, I open doors no human effort can open. Breathe deeply. Do you feel it? The shift inside you has already begun. The pieces are coming together. What was blurry is becoming clear. Carry this awareness into your relationships, your work, your home, because the legacy inside you is not just for you. It is light meant for many. Very soon, I will bring back questions you buried long ago. Bring them to me. I will answer them myself. Walk with me into the next chapter. The chapter where meaning returns to the places you thought would always hurt. Now listen, my son. I know every question that formed in your heart the day you lost that precious soul. I heard every silent cry. I felt the weight on your chest in the early morning hours when longing pressed against your ribs. And today I answer you directly, not with human logic but with the truth of heaven. Nothing was in vain. Nothing was lost. Nothing happened outside my knowing. Their time on earth was completed. but the mission born through their love is still alive in you. I saw you staring into the emptiness, believing you would remain empty forever, but you will not, because what ended in their hands continues in yours today. My child, stop now, for these next moments carry the weight of heaven. What I speak to you is urgent, alive, and meant for today. I was there when your memories brought pain instead of comfort. I saw you wish you could go back, rewrite moments, undo the goodbye that broke you. But hear me now, nothing could disrupt the plan I crafted around your life. Even what feels like irreversible loss carries hidden seeds that bloom in their appointed time. The goodbye you believed was final opened a doorway into a new cycle, and that cycle is unfolding inside you right now. You asked me, are you still near? Have you left me alone? And I tell you with divine urgency, no, you have never been abandoned. True love never dies. It shifts in form. It becomes legacy. It becomes intercession. It becomes spiritual inheritance. The longing you feel is proof. Love is still alive. And that love is rising in you as courage, as gifting, as purpose. You thought you were carrying memories, but you were carrying a calling. You thought you were holding fragments, but you were holding a mission. Before leaving, that precious life placed your name before me. They entrusted your days into my hands. They asked me not to leave you, and I listened. I wrote every prayer. I held every request. I gathered every hidden tear. And now I reveal this truth. You are the answer to those prayers. You are the continuation of a work that is not finished. You are the bridge between what was planted and what is yet to grow. Beloved, I do not want you imprisoned by questions that drain your strength. Receive the answers that will set you free. Stop asking if you could have changed the past. Their time was complete and it was not yours to extend. What was in your hands was love, and you gave it. It was received. It was sown. It became eternal. Now what you carry is legacy, a legacy meant to be lived, multiplied, honored. Do not carry guilt. This inheritance was never about your perfection. It is rooted in my promise. I saw you when you felt unworthy to continue. I heard you whisper, I have no strength. I have no ability. Today I tell you, do not focus on weakness. I chose you. Before you were conceived, I knew who you would become. Before your birth, I prepared the path that would lead you to this moment. You are not here by accident. You are woven into an eternal plan. Your frailty does not surprise me. It is the place where my strength becomes perfect. Do not run from the calling. It is stronger than the pain, greater than the loss, and more enduring than the absence. Heir of heaven, understand. Your life carries a purpose far beyond your decisions. There is a spiritual lineage unfolding through you. Faith, sacrifice, surrender. Now reborn inside your journey. When you remember the one who loved you, know this, their goodness did not die. I recorded it. I multiplied it. I turned their love into direction for your path. Their seeds of kindness are now fruits of purpose in your life. You are not meant to live only in the memory. You are meant to continue the work they began, not stuck in what is gone, but rising because of what still remains. Do not weep as though everything is lost. Let your tears water the promised land. Every tear that soaked your pillow was gathered by me, and now nourishes the soil of your mission. You were not abandoned by chance. You were chosen to carry forward what was begun. I am with you. Stay under this revelation. When nostalgia comes, let it fuel your steps, not freeze them. When questions rise, remember, I have already prepared the answers. You do not need full understanding to fulfill your purpose. You only need to know you are in my hands, and I will lift you. So, my precious child, receive this truth into your heart. A mission continues through you. The love you received never ended. It transformed into purpose. The pain did not break you. It shaped you to carry the mantle. The absence is not empty, it is ascending. What looked like an earthly ending was actually the opening of a heavenly beginning. You are living proof that my promises do not fail. And what begins in love never fades. My beloved child, listen now because this cannot wait. Heaven moves today, and this message carries the weight of a divine hour. What you feel pressing on your heart right now is not imagination. It is me, the God who has never left your side. Breathe slowly, deeply. Let this truth settle into every part of you. Nothing ended. Nothing was lost. Nothing was in vain. What you thought was over is still in motion, flowing through your spirit, rising in your steps, awakening inside your soul this very moment. Remember that moment when everything felt like it collapsed. The last conversation, the final glance, the gesture you still replay in your mind. You thought it was only goodbye, painful, heavy, final. But hear me now. Every detail was a prophecy. Every silence carried meaning. Every tear was a prayer. When their eyes filled with tears, I gathered each one. When their breath trembled with unspoken words, I recorded all of it. Nothing slipped past me. Nothing was wasted. That final moment was not an ending. It was a transfer, a signing of a legacy, the sealing of a mission. They could not carry it further, so they placed it intentionally, spiritually, prayerfully into your hands. My child, that goodbye you carry in your chest was actually an anointing. The silence that broke your heart was heaven whispering, continue. The grief that felt unbearable was the soil where purpose was being planted. You were never left alone. You were entrusted. You were chosen to rise where they stopped, to walk where they prayed, to fulfill what they could only begin. Listen closely. You are the continuation. You are the living answer. You are the legacy. So I speak 3 prophetic words over your life now. Words echoing through every room of heaven. Live for me. Live with the fire they dreamed you would have. Live with the purpose sealed by their last prayers. Live not simply to survive, but to carry love forward. To leave behind traces of faith, compassion, and divine courage. Live as proof that what begins in tears will end in harvest. Live because my promise requires your hands, your voice, your steps. And hear me, I did not call you without preparing the path. I did not give you a mission without giving you provision. Doors will open. Resources will appear. Obstacles will break. Silence will turn into answers. Where there was lack, there will be abundance. Where there was confusion, there will be clarity. Where you saw no way, I am carving a way right now. Not because you earned it, but because the prayers of the one who left were heard, and I am answering them through you. So now, my child, with the urgency of heaven and the nearness of a mother holding her beloved, take one step of faith, one step forward, one step toward the life that still calls your name. I am your God. I am with you. I will not leave you. And everything that felt like an ending is rising again inside you today. My beloved child, listen with your whole heart, because this moment is holy and it carries hours left urgency. Heaven is moving right now, and what I speak is for your spirit today. The one who loved you, who prayed for you, who carried your name with tenderness, trusted me with your future. And now I invite you to seal what has been spoken over your life. Write the number 777 with faith, not as a ritual, not as superstition, but as a prophetic declaration, a sign that you accept the inheritance, a sign that you embrace the mission, a sign that you trust the doors I am opening before you. Every comment you write is a spiritual act. Every 777 you declare is like placing your hand in mine and saying, I am ready. When you write it, heaven begins to move. When you act in faith, I answer in power. Because faith is not only a feeling, faith is action. And when your hands move, my miracles follow. This is the turning point, the shift between grief and purpose, between what ended and what must continue, between mourning and mission. What you thought died is rising again through you. So breathe deeply. Let these 3 words seal your soul like fire. Live for me. Hold them. Speak them. Let them echo through your chest when fear tries to steal your breath. Let them strengthen you when doubt whispers lies. Because these words are your legacy. Not pain. Not loss. Not emptiness. Your legacy is faith, purpose, and the courage to bloom where you once only cried. My child, this is your moment of rising. You are no longer trapped in the why. You are stepping into the what next. You are no longer frozen in the emptiness left behind. You are being propelled by divine purpose. Live for me, because there is still so much more to see, so much more to build, so much more to fulfill. Live for me, because I called you, I shaped you, and I will sustain you. Live for me, because the love that seemed lost now grows inside you like a new heartbeat, stronger than before, lifting you in ways you never expected. And hear me now, with the love of a father and the tenderness of a mother holding her child close. Before I open the abundance I have stored for you, before the financial breakthroughs arrive, before the miracles reveal themselves, I must first touch your heart, because a restored life means nothing if the heart remains wounded. A harvest means nothing if your soul is still carrying guilt and sorrow. This is why I come to heal you first, to lift your spirit, to mend the places that still ache, to break the weight that has followed you for years. Let me restore you. Let me breathe into you. Let me carry what you were never meant to hold alone. This is the doorway. This is the moment. This is the hour. Live for me and watch the new story begin.